Hi, I'm Joey and I'm going to be talking about religious discrimination. I have a denotative definition here from the Office of Civil Rights. It says, treating individuals differently because of their religious beliefs and practices. It later goes on to include the lack of religious beliefs and practices as well. For a connotative definition, at least what I think of is resentment and conflict and the history of religious discrimination. Reading the articles that we were given, something I found interesting was that from the Department of Labor, it says, simple teasing, offhand comments, or isolated incidents that are not very serious. Those are not included in harassment. And I thought that was an important distinction to make because if there was a joke or something like that, that wasn't a reoccurring problem, where do you draw the line of what's included in discrimination, what's included in harassment, and what's not? So I thought that was interesting. I did research on what company was the most faith-friendly, and what I saw was Intel. And that company, looking at their website, they actually have something for religion right on the website. So I thought that was pretty cool. I did some research on my own, reading some articles on my own, and I was actually looking for what the most discriminated against religion was in America. And I believe it is Muslim. And so I looked at some court cases. There was quite a few involving discrimination against Muslims. And the one I picked was Kempsville Building Supplies, or Materials. Yeah, Kempsville Building Materials, and that's in 2006. And that was involving an Iranian Muslim, and he had unfair working conditions and an unfair wage, and faced harassment, and eventually was fired. Some of the things he was told while there, he was called a terrorist and was told jokes about bombs. And so that's why I picked this case, was because of the language that was being used. Because we're talking about language, that was a pretty common theme actually in a lot of the court cases, was name calling of some sort. And that would obviously shut down self-disclosure if you were told openly that someone didn't like what you believed. So I think looking at myself, I don't think that I've witnessed any religious discrimination. But I am going to share with you an example from my great-grandfather. He was a Christian, and when he was still a young teacher, I believe the first place he taught at, the teachers were required to attend a softball game on Sunday, and he didn't believe in working on Sundays, so he didn't participate, and he was fired because of that. He later got a different teaching job, and it all worked out, but that was his first job. So the last thing that I want to share with you before I go is about the tools we can use as communicators. And I think that the most important thing to me is where our heart and attitudes are. I think that our words will reflect that. And if we're harboring bitterness or resentment in our heart towards one group, then I think that will come out. And so I think that that's the thing that we really need to monitor is there something in my heart against this group for some reason, and then we need to face that. So thank you. Bye.